89. That is how many people were in the drive at its peak. A year before it officially started, the stepping stone were laid. It all started with an airdrop, the movie being Five Nights at Freddy's, on the year it was released, in October. And then a year after that, we had another movie airdropped, Deadpool and Wolverine. A month after that, a YouTube video downloaded, Venom: The Last Dance. Around that time, my AV classmates and I were discussing, and we said, hey, we should make a Google Drive with all the movies that we downloaded over the years. And I decided that I'd actually do it. Thus, the movie drive, also known as Movies We Love or Contentential, was born.
So my thoughts when the drive first started up was like, wow, this is some really stupid. This might be the best idea or the worst mistake of my life, as I would put it.
It started a little rough. We didn't have that many people in it, and not that many people were interested, but as we grew in members, it did become a little bit more fun.
It started as a joke, and it eventually became a small space called Movies We Love. And throughout my junior year, I used it to share it with just my friends and pretty much everybody I knew. Well, almost.
I was not involved. I was not involved. I was not involved. I was not involved.
It stayed that way throughout my junior year, but near the start of my senior year, I thought, hey, I should expand it. So I did.
My thoughts going into the drive is new form of entertainment unlocked. When I'm done with my work, of course.
Well, I kind of thought it wasn't going to get that far at the beginning. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of, like, a group of friends kind of thing, just a couple movies. I didn't really expect it to get as big as it did and as advanced as it did. I remember seeing all the iterations of it, and it just kind of became more real as it went.
I'm not involved.
I thought it was something interesting, and I figured I would contribute to it, but
My AV class and I, well, mainly me, but they had a hand in it. My AV class and I made a people to add doc, a movies request document, and also a heck no list, which was specifically made for Human Centipede. And it was just right around that time where one of the Go owners would find something that would take the drive by storm.
So the way I saw upon this one internet archive was a recommendation from a friend of how it kind of basically works as the Wayback website where it has things stored. And then after the drive came up, I'm like, you know what, maybe a bit of sharing won't be too bad. And then, let's just say a lot of things broke loose since then.
The archive would be our main source of movies, downloading stuff from the Cat in the Hat movie to eventually the entire Harry Potter series.
Downloading movies in the masses here. We got all the Harry Potter movies.
It was also around that time where I made the welcome doc and my best friend Mason made the anime folder.
I had my website, and I had our friend that was in it, and I was like, there's no point in gatekeeping. I could share it and probably won't get blocked.
Which had the site for it blocked not long after it came up.
I was incredibly upset, actually. I was really distraught because now that meant that I had to look at my work now.
But it was also around that time where I found the thing that would keep the drive flowing until its end.
I just found a fucking jackpot. I'm already downloading Iron Man 2 and 3, and now we've got the Minecraft movie.
I was absolutely in shock. That was for sure. So after being sent this video over this one site, I was like, okay, so we're gonna make this even more expanded than it already is.
Beyond that point, many peak movies were added, ranging from Top Gun to the entire Jurassic franchise.
It's all coming together, man. We got Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and Rebirth. All done downloading. We're just waiting on the original, Lost World, and Dominion.
It was also the time where membership of the drive skyrocketed. People were added, docs were made, Stuff was organized, but mainly, movies were downloaded.
Greetings, my brother in Christ. It is currently 1:30 in the morning, and I am downloading Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 onto the Google Drive. Yahoo Yahi. Yay.
I'm not involved.
A lot of memorable stuff happened throughout the drive as well. One example was me giving it to the rest of my AV class outside its creation for an assignment.
I'm not involved. I'm not involved.
I think the most memorable part about the drive was definitely seeing the kind of the people count and seeing how many people were actually in relation to the drive. I think it was pretty cool to see a bunch of people come together, but maybe for the wrong reasons.
Other than Deadpool, Spaceballs. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Definitely the times we had, like, we would all be apart one day, have a meeting, and then, like, also, I don't know, it was something, but I guess everything.
My part, because that's the only part I really used a lot.
There was also an experience where I hopped on a FaceTime call with one of my friends who I had just added to the drive, actually. And we watched the second FNAF movie right when it was added to the drive.
Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it was amazing, honestly. I mean, it was my first view of the drive. It's been like what it had, the fact that you can watch an entire movie without any interruptions. It was fun, and I was with friends, so I mean, it was fun to do.
I was also thinking around this time that, hey, this drive is way more than movies now. It can't just be called Movies We Love. So then I changed the name from Movies We Love to Content Central, making it the final name of the drive. But then we thought to ourselves, what would happen next year? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those in between or outside of it. I'm once again sorry for the mass email, but this is a matter of importance to the drive. Long story short, the drive is shutting down after the school year, and there is a backup file request form on the front page. We knew the end was coming at the end of this school year, so we did what we did to keep the drive up. At one point, even adding the entire Invincible series to the drive, making it the drive's one and only TV show to be added.
So a part of the drive that was most memorable would definitely be the Invincible being the first and only TV series to ever be put on to its fullest right before season 4 came out. So I thought that was definitely the most standout one.
At this point, I had a whole list of movies waiting to be added. Some of those were waiting to be released, but I knew when I released them, they would be my first priority to add to the drive. But then I got me thinking, one of my regrets about the movie drive is that I spent so long moderating it that I never really got to use it. But then I downloaded Monty Python on the Holy Grail and I decided, hey, I might just watch it. And then, while doing that, I remembered why I made the drive. For the entertainment of the people. And then, in that moment, I looked back and I just realized how far it had come.
Oh my gosh. Wow. All because of one movie that was airdropped really started this all.
By then, however, it was too late.
Hey, Cartman.
Carl! It's all gone! They've taken it all! Why are they doing this? Carl!
It was like Grove time, and what ended up happening was I went to my drive, and I was like, and I didn't see it on like my hotbar, and I was like, that's strange, why don't I see it? So then I was like, okay, well, Chase sent me an email directly going to the drive, so I headed to my Gmail, I had it starred, went to that email that you sent me, clicked on it, and it said, you don't have access to the drive. Then you arrived, and you're like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good, but I have a problem. I don't have access to the drive. And you're like, okay, I'll open it up. You open it up, and you're like, all my data's gone. I don't have any gigabytes in my drive. And then you like went to, I think, go talk to one of the co-owners or something. Because after like 20 minutes, you came back, and you're like, the admin found out. The entire drive is gone.
On March 3rd, 2026, admin had found the drive, and it got shut down.
My thoughts on the movie drive being found was that, oh boy, I'm definitely gonna be in trouble considering I was a co-owner, and I knew for sure we were gonna lose the whole drive and all that. And then I already knew the main owner, the big man Chase, was gonna be definitely hit hard with this one too.
It was a little sad. It was kind of just a little part of our class that was taken away from us, but I mean, we really shouldn't have started in the first place, but I'm glad that it got found, like, overall.
Well, so funny as it is, I wasn't even at school at the time. I was actually out voting, and I was driving home from voting when I got the message that the drive got blocked, and at first I was like, no way. And then I actually looked myself, and I was like, oh shoot, the drive is gone.
The next day was a PSAT testing day, so a lot of people skipped, myself included. Until I got the news from one of my co-owners that the APs were interrogating students about the drive.
I legit was shocked because I was surprised that something like that was going down here.
Seeing this, I showed up to school to get it over with, and when I got interrogated, I got ISS and the co-owners got Saturday school.
My thoughts on Saturday school, it was pretty bad because we had to sit there for quite a few hours, weren't allowed to do anything at all besides some related to our classwork if we had any, and I was pretty much reading the whole time. It was really boring, not fun, so I know for sure not to do anything like that anymore. That's for sure.
Probably a little bit more rough because you're not able to do anything in there, especially for 4 hours. Not to even mention that it's on a Saturday, which is like one of the best days out of the week. Something that you're looking forward to. So definitely I wouldn't do it again, but yeah, it was pretty bad.
I got a lot of work done, and I watched a lot of videos, and it was a good long 4 hours, but Taco Bueno afterwards really made up for it.
And then the ISS happened, Saturday school got out, Rogue viewers attempted to bring it up and it got shut down, and with that, the era of the movie drive came to an end. And that, my friends, is the story of Contentential.
Well, obviously, it's copyright infringement, and you know, it's going around the rules, and not a good idea.
I know for sure not to do anything like that anymore.
I do want to say that I do regret my decision. Just putting that out there.
I'm surrounded by assholes.